You don't avoid starting because you're lazy. You avoid it because starting might change who you are. Think about the last time you were about to begin something that actually mattered. Not scrolling, not something easy, something real. Maybe it was writing something, launching something, putting something out into the world. And right before you started, there was that moment, a pause, a hesitation you couldn't explain, because the task itself wasn't that difficult. If you're honest, you could have started, but you didn't. Most people look at that moment and think, I need more discipline. But that's not the problem. Here's what's actually happening. That hesitation isn't always about effort. It's about identity. And this is where it starts to matter. Your brain is constantly trying to keep a stable sense of who you are. Quietly, in the background, you are someone who does certain things, avoids certain things, stays within a range that feels familiar. And most of the time, that works. Because actions that fit your current identity don't create resistance. If you already see yourself as someone who writes, you write. If you see yourself as someone who trains, you train. There's no hesitation, but something changes. The moment an action suggests a different version of you, because now the question isn't just, can I do this? It becomes, am I this kind of person? And this is where people get it wrong. They think they're resisting the task, but they're not. They're hesitating at the point where the task starts to redefine them. Because if you do it, even once, you can't fully go back to not being that person. Now there's evidence. And once there's evidence, the story you tell about yourself starts to shift. This is the real weight of the first step. It's not just effort, it's identity. The first step doesn't just move things forward, it makes it harder to pretend this isn't your life anymore. Pause for a second. Before you begin, everything exists in possibility. You can imagine it, delay it, keep it safe, because as long as you don't act, you don't have to commit to who you might become. But the moment you act, that changes, because now the question is no longer, could I do this? It becomes, am I doing this? And that carries weight. More than most people realize. Look at it closely. Imagine standing in front of a doorway. Behind you is the version of you that already exists. Familiar, predictable, safe. And on the other side is the version of you who actually does the thing you've been thinking about. The door isn't locked. Nothing is physically stopping you. But stepping through it means accepting something. This is who I am now. And that's the part you hesitate on, not the step, the identity that comes with it. And this is where it goes deeper. Because identity, even when it limits you, feels safe. It's known. And the brain will often choose a familiar version of you over an uncertain upgrade, even if that upgrade is exactly what you want. So what looks like procrastination isn't always laziness. Sometimes it's protection of the version of you that still lets you stay the same. Until you give your brain a reason to accept something new. And this matters more than it seems. That reason is never thinking, it's evidence. You don't become someone new by deciding, you become someone new by acting, and then recognizing that action. And once that begins, something shifts. Not dramatically, but enough. The resistance softens, because now the action isn't completely foreign. It starts to feel like something you do. And over time, that becomes something you are. So the next time you feel that hesitation, pause for a second, look at it properly, because you're not just avoiding a task, you're standing at the point where doing it would start to change you. And the step itself doesn't need to be big, it just needs to be real, because once it is, you've already crossed the threshold.